I'm back with part 2 of the See Something, Say Something report that I started at the last town council meeting on June 6th. I have 4 points for you tonight. Number 1, you may recall that I reported that the 2022 assessment I appealed identified my house as having 2,478 square feet, when actually it was only made up of 1,512 square feet. I remembered from the Ag Committee meeting presentations by the Connecticut Farm Bureau, an assessment lawyer, that this assessor was known for not updating the records with the appeal board results, and that I should verify that the appeal board changes were updated on my field card in the assessor's office, where the same problems will come back to me in future years. So last Thursday, I went to the assessor's office and picked up a copy of my current field card. I was dismayed to see that my records have not been changed and my house remains on the books with an incorrect living space of 2,478 square feet. This needs to be corrected. If this has happened to me, I feel this has happened to others. I'd like to see an audit performed that ensures all the appeal board changes are updated and corrected in the assessment records by a specified completion date. Number 2, at the last town council meeting, I believe I heard someone say that the assessment minutes and documents had been taken down from the website and public view because they were confusing, included handwriting, and were illegible in places. I pursued a copy of the Enfield, Connecticut Board of Assessment Appeals Report on the decisions of appeals of assessments heard in April 2022 and May 2022. I found the 13-page report with 10 exhibits to be plainly written, easy to read, and nothing was illegible to me. This report accurately described the treatment I received from the assessor, and I think this document should be in the public view. Number 3, at the last town council meeting, I believe I heard someone say the assessment office was understaffed. At my appeal session, in addition to the assessor, I believe that 2 additional assessment staff were also in attendance. I don't feel that any of these 3 should have been there, and I suggest that the assessment office is not so much understaffed as it is poorly managed. Number 4, I believe that my appeal session was recorded by the assessor, as were other appeal sessions. I'd like to know why the appeal sessions were recorded and what's going to happen to these recordings. In conclusion, I don't feel that existing senior town of Enfield staff responsible for assessments is doing a good job and or is properly addressing the issues I have and am experiencing. I am hoping that the town council will actively get involved and take corrective measures. Thanks for listening. And I just want to take a second to thank you, Councillor Hopkins, for your input. I want to thank Councillor Hopkins for his input tonight regarding the assessment situation. I think you brought some common sense to this whole thing. You kind of realize it's got to be done quickly, but you want to do your due diligence. You want to figure out what's going on, what's gone on, where it should be going, I think. I like that approach. I'm glad it wasn't a knee-jerk reaction tonight, going one way or the other. I'm hoping that you guys know the town of Enfield. You're very smart people. You know the citizens. So I'm hoping that kind of behind the scenes, you guys are going to get together and talk and come up as a group. I don't like to see this. You guys, at some points there, seem like you're really on different sides. This is a very important issue, so I like your approach. I'm hoping that maybe you could spearhead this because you seem like you have the talents and get involved in this whole thing and, again, do your due diligence and take it from there. Now, from my point of view, I've got a deck of these, what they call field cards from the assessor's office, and every card has got different numbers and different dates on it. So if this was a building inspector or the police department or engineering or one of those groups, I would take my cards and I'd go to those guys and say, hey, what's going on here? I got all these different numbers and facts and figures, but in this organization, I don't trust those people. I don't like to say that, but I feel very uncomfortable. I don't feel I can go to them and get straight answers. So I might want to appeal some of this, or maybe I have to get my lawyer involved. But as you're doing your due diligence and you're coming up with a schedule, I'm kind of worried about, is my time running out to go back and say, I've got a problem with my cards, or I want to know more about my facts or figures before my time runs out and I can't appeal that. So I do have a concern that it happens really quickly, but I hope you get down to the point where you can help people like me, and if it's going to take a long time, then maybe get us an extension so we have a little more time to go back and question these things. Like I say, I've got probably 6 cards, different numbers, different dates. I can't figure it out. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I need some help, but I don't feel comfortable going back to those people to ask, and I don't know what else to do. So thank you for your time.